Good day. This is meteorologist John DeFleury from the 24/7 Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center in New York. The current time is about 1920 UTC on Sunday, June 26th, and welcome to the latest Fleet Weather connection where today we'll be looking at tropical weather impacting the North Pacific Ocean. Starting with a satellite view of the North Pacific, we can take a look at where we currently have active tropical systems, as well as areas where we could expect to see tropical development over the coming week. We'll start with Tropical Storm Celia, located about 315 nautical miles to the southwest of the southern tip of Baja California. Tropical Storm Celia is expected to generally move to the west-northwest and gradually weaken as the system enters into more unfavorable environmental conditions. To the southeast of Tropical Storm Celia, we do have another tropical wave which moved off of the coast of Central America, and this tropical wave is expected to move to the west or west-northwest, where some mostly favorable environmental conditions could allow for the system to develop into the middle of next week. And lastly, in the western Pacific Ocean, just to the east of Luzon, we have an area of convection on 97W, which is expected to move across Luzon and into the South China Sea by tomorrow, where increasingly favorable environment could allow for some development of that system as well. Taking a closer look at Tropical Storm Celia now, here's the official track by NHC. We can see it's expected to move generally on that west-northwest and northwest heading, and maintaining its current tropical storm strength until Monday, Monday PM, and then by Tuesday morning, the system is expected to begin to weaken into a tropical depression. Here's the current satellite view of Tropical Storm Celia. We can see that the system is pretty well organized currently with the visible eye and some curved banding around the center of that system. But we can see that as the system moves to the west-northwest, we'll enter into much colder waters, which should really limit the ability for that system to maintain itself and will aid in its weakening. We also have that tropical low to the southeast of Tropical Storm Celia. We can see that as it moves to the west-northwest and enters into a more favorable environmental condition by the middle of next week, where NHC is giving it about a 30% chance to develop into at least a tropical depression through 5 days. And looking at the ensemble members products for both of these systems, so we have the ECMWF ensembles on the left with the GFS ensembles on the right. So this is Tropical Storm Celia, and both models are in very close agreement overall with the track and intensity of that system, both having Tropical Storm Celia dissipating by Wednesday, and then both also have that low chance area, the tropical wave, beginning to develop on Wednesday as well to the southeast of Tropical Storm Celia. The GFS overall is a little bit more bullish. It has a bit more members overall developing on that tropical wave into something by the middle of next week, as well as also being a little bit stronger overall than the Euro. Now moving over to the Western Pacific, we have 97W as shown here on JTWC, just to the west of Luzon, or to the east of Luzon, and it'll move into the South China Sea by tomorrow. We can look on the ensembles again for the system, the ECMWF on the left, GFS on the right. And as we move into Monday and into early Tuesday, both models do begin to develop this system as it enters into the more favorable South China Sea. But there is quite a bit of uncertainty in the exact track of this system. We can see a lot of north to south spread of the exact location of the center of this low, as present on both the ECMWF and the GFS. And as we move into the longer range, we also have um, some differences in if the system is going to continue to move west-northwest towards Hainan, the Gulf of Tonkin, or turn more northward towards the Taiwan Strait and southern coast of China. So that will be something we'll need to closely monitor. This could have big impacts on where exactly the system is going to end up. We can also see to the east of the 97W on both models, there is some areas of low pressure developing on both the ECMWF and the GFS. So both are hinting at potential second tropical development zone by middle of next week. If we zoom out a little bit, we can see it a little bit more clearly. So this is the GEFS ensemble at 12Z on the 30th. We can see quite a few ensemble members here on the GFS, and then it moves it to the northwest across the Philippine Sea and into the East China Sea by the end of next week into early next weekend. And it does develop it into a fairly strong system by next weekend. The euro, on the other hand, is a little bit less bullish overall on this system. So this is at 12Z on the 30th as well on the euro, but we can see quite a few less members developing something, but still hinting at a possible area of low pressure developing by the end of next week. But the euro also keeps this is a lot slower with the system quite a bit further to the south and east by next weekend. So some pretty big differences in the long range in both models. That will conclude today's North Pacific Weather Short. From the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center, I'm meteorologist John DeFleury, and as always, stay connected and safe.